How to detox from alcohol. You clicked on this video, so let's face it, you're thinking about quitting alcohol. What is holding you back? I have my method to share with you. Before we get started, I want to say that I am not a doctor, and the best advice I can give is consult a doctor if you are a very serious alcoholic. But with that advice, I understand that the idea of consulting a doctor is a reason some people never quit alcohol at all. It's the feeling of shame. It's just easier to have a drink in the morning to get through the shakes than it is to face the music. So let's start there. The shakes. The dreaded hand tremors that are, in my opinion, the reason why most alcoholics never quit at all. The shakes are twofold. One part is the painful, horrible physical condition that your body and hands are going through. You can have the shakes when you are alone. You can spill a glass of water on yourself because it's too hard to take a sip. And then there's part two, the mental part. Let's say you don't have any more alcohol and you need to buy some. Or you just need to make a transaction with a human for any reason. Your body is physically shaking, but your mind is shaking too. When you are waiting in line at the cash register, waiting to make a cash transaction and you have the shakes, your brain is trying to act cool. Receiving the change is the worst part. And this added anxiety, it makes the shakes worse. Guess what? If you can successfully detox, you will have steady hands for the rest of your life. Which leads to our first chapter. Chapter 1. The Mental Head Game. If you noticed, a few sentences ago, I said, you will have steady hands for the rest of your life. The significance of that is how it is worded. As opposed to saying, I won't have shaky hands, you are telling yourself, I will have steady hands. Focus on the goal, what you want. The first step in this process is to get your head right. Here are some helpful ways to think. I will have steady hands. I will get a good night's sleep every night. I will be thinner and look healthier. I will make new, like-minded friends. I will strengthen the relationship with my family. I will reach my financial goals. Your mental confidence through this process is the most important element. You're about to go through a potentially painful process, but a needed one. Life is beautiful when you consciously make it better and remember it every night. Believe me, it gets easier. Think to yourself, I'm going on vacation, which leads to Chapter 2. Plan it out. If you are taking a shot of alcohol in the morning, or maybe you have a coffee mug with a lid that you drive to work with that has a vodka soda in it, or maybe a glass of wine. Maybe you bring a flask to work. First of all, you know you don't want to get pulled over. Don't do this anymore. This is why you need to quit. But if this is you, you have to plan this out. Everyone makes a living in a different way, but you need to have some time off work. Let's assume you work a typical 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday. You can't quit on Tuesday and then be a shaky mess at work on Wednesday. If you can, take Monday and Tuesday of the following week off. Sick days, vacation time. Make some excuse to your boss. You'll thank me later. So, you work a 9-to-5 and you have Monday and Tuesday off. Friday is going to be the last day. But we are going to try to taper off a little on this day. If you would typically pick up a fifth of liquor on your way home, grab a pint. If you would normally grab a 12-pack, get a 6-pack. Which means Friday night you won't be as blackout drunk as you normally would, which it might make it harder to go to sleep. Which is whole other section we will get to in a minute. But for now, we're still planning. Let's say you can take Monday and Tuesday off work. Now we need to do some shopping. On your way home Friday, get some supplies. Again, your vacation starts tomorrow. If you're a cigarette smoker, get enough to last your 4 days off, and maybe extra. We don't want any reason to have any human-to-human transactions the next few days. Get some food too. If you don't like to cook, get microwave food or frozen pizzas. Get plenty, fill up a cart. You would have spent the money on booze anyway. We are going to start our first day with a refrigerator and a pantry full of food. Pro tip, purchase some 12 packs of flavored soda water. An alcoholic has a tendency to want to drink a lot, even if it's not alcohol. So take down a 12-pack of soda water instead of taking down a 12-pack of beer. Allow your mind to play a little game with itself. But sidebar, what we are avoiding for the future is replacing bad habits with other bad habits. So taking down a 12-pack of sugary soda is not recommended, but the point is to stock up. You don't have to rely on this food alone either. Nowadays, there are so many food delivery apps with the option of contactless delivery that you can have hot food brought to your door. My next recommendation will admittedly be controversial and some doctors may disagree, but I recommend some kind of over-the-counter sleeping aid. Which brings us to Chapter 3, Sleep and Water. I am going to combine these two important aspects because they go hand in hand. Your body is dehydrated. You need to drink water. That's why I suggested canned soda water earlier. It gives you the familiar aesthetic of popping open an aluminum can. But the most important thing is that you're rehydrating. Your body needs it. But let's be honest, it will cause you to wake up several times in the evening to go to the bathroom. I recommended in the last section to purchase over-the-counter sleeping aids when you are stocking up. The reason I mentioned that is because I believe sleeping is one of the most important elements of the recovery process. Again, we don't want to take a bad habit and replace it with a new bad habit, but your body recharges when you sleep. Your liver has received water and food and no alcohol for the first time in a while. You are used to the alcohol putting you to sleep. No more waking up on your couch with your clothes on. That's how you used to fall asleep. Sleep is something you really have to look forward to. Your first night of sober sleep, without any sleep aid, is a beautiful thing. Your body feels amazing. That's coming soon. But we have to get through the hard part, which leads to our next chapter, managing your time. We are going to break this section up into 2 parts, managing your time while detoxing, and managing your time as you move forward past this point. As was stated earlier, think of your detox period as a vacation. You get 4 days off of work, you can order pizza and eat junk food. Binge watch your favorite TV shows, or maybe watch YouTube videos like this one. Our focus in this 4-day period is to avoid alcohol altogether and get through the detox. So give yourself permission to eat whatever you want and be unapologetically lazy. Although making yourself busy around the house is a great idea. Do some chores, break a sweat, do some yard work, do some cleaning you have been putting off. But now it comes time for Wednesday, your first day back at work. First off, some free advice. If you would typically be a coffee drinker, you may want to choose to abstain on this day just to be safe. You'll get through this day just fine. Focus on work. But then Friday rolls around, and this marks your 1 week of sobriety. You will be and should be proud of yourself. But beware of the pink cloud. In the world of addiction recovery, the pink cloud refers to a temporary period of elevated mood, optimism, and euphoria experienced by some individuals in early sobriety. This euphoria can cause false confidence. Your brain is finally starting to function differently, and you're proud of yourself. This is when you might start saying things like, "See, I wasn't that bad. I can quit if I really want to." Or, "Most of my friends couldn't go a week without alcohol." These thoughts are destructive. Who cares what your friends can or cannot do? You are an alcoholic, and your brain is not healed. There is a process I refer to as the werewolf stage. After the full moon goes away, the wolf turned back into a human. This is the stage you are in. You cannot tell what sobriety truly feels like until it has been a few months. Even though during this pink cloud phase the alcohol is technically out of your bloodstream, it is not out of your mind yet. Experts say it takes 21 days or 3 weeks to make a new habit. In my opinion, the werewolf stage really takes about 3 months. After 3 months of being sober, you will not miss alcohol. But that goes back to the point of this chapter. You have to manage your time. Time elapses much differently when you're sober. When it's Friday night, you got off work early and get to the bar by 4 for happy hour. You can start drinking with your friends, and in what feels like not much time at all, you look at your watch and it's 8 o'clock. When you're sober and it's Friday night, you get home at 4, do a load of clothes, go to the grocery store, send some emails, talk to a family member, and you look down at your watch and it's 5:30. If you anticipate that this is going to happen, you have a better chance of success. You have forgotten about things you like. There are things you used to do a lot of that you no longer do. Alcohol takes up a lot of time. You don't realize how much you think about alcohol when you are a daily drinker. Most alcoholics unconsciously plan their entire day, not to mention vacations, family gatherings, and social events, completely around alcohol. Without it in your life there, you will feel like you have an abundance of time. So remember, the idle hand is the devil's tool. But there are things that you have not discovered yet. Things you used to be really interested in, but alcohol just won the game and took up your focus. Only you know what those things are. For me, prior to owning bars and being surrounded by alcohol every day, I worked in production for television shows. Once I left that to open my first bar, my financial situation got better, but my drinking got worse. So that's why you're watching this video today. I rediscovered something I love and enjoy to do, which is make entertaining and useful content. And creating these takes a considerable amount of time. I never feel bored, but that's my story. You have your thing. Maybe start a weekend landscaping company. Maybe you like carpentry and you can start some side projects. Rediscover the person you were before the drinking took over. Also, it's healthy to find a social and physical outlet. Have a schedule outside of work. Maybe you take a Muay Thai class every Tuesday and Friday. Or you join a pickleball league. You meet new friends that are not in a bar, and you burn some calories and do something fun. The point is that you have a schedule. You have projects you are working on. And with the extra time you have, you will be absolutely amazed at how much you can accomplish when alcohol is not controlling your day. Many people use Alcoholics Anonymous for the reason of finding like-minded individuals to help get through the struggle. This is absolutely okay if it helps you. My criticism of AA is that, first of all, it's not anonymous. You're in a room full of people talking about things that may be embarrassing. And also, you're talking and thinking about alcohol all the time. It's just my opinion that in this scenario, alcohol is still winning at this point. It's like being the high school football star and reliving it daily with your friends. Alcohol used to be a big part of your life. It's okay if you want to truly be anonymous and keep your demons to yourself, or better yet, seek out professional therapy. That's actually really anonymous. A licensed therapist is obligated to keep your secrets, and there might be some things you mentally tucked away that you let alcohol help you forget. I recommend seeing a therapist. It's not something you have to do for the rest of your life, but it's something you can try for a few months and see how you feel. At the very least, it creates a new schedule for you. Also, AA wants you to admit that you are powerless to the drug. I want you to think that alcohol is an inanimate object. It's a bottle. You're a human. You're not powerless, you're powerful. And getting through this process proves it. So let's recap. First, you get your mind that you need to detox and get into a positive headspace. Avoid negative self-talk and call yourself out when you do it. Be honest to the person in the mirror. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're already taking that step. You're planning out your detox, allocating 3 or 4 days that you can take a mini vacation at home. You are about to go into monk mode. You know you need plenty of water, sleep aids, food, and other supplies to stock up on your last day of drinking, so do it. Give yourself permission to be lazy and just make it through the detox. Try to look at it like some much-needed time off. Know that you're going to go through a phase of false confidence known as the pink cloud. Know that day is coming, and be strong enough to resist temptation to go back to your favorite bar. If you lose friends, they weren't your friends. You are actually just enabling each other. Make new friends. It's okay to be selfish. And once you make it this far, manage your time, set goals, reconnect with old friends and family. Create a new, healthy schedule for yourself. I hope this video helps you. You got this.